Welcome to today's Daily Dose. Um, have you ever tried telling like your child or someone something and they're just not getting it? And that frustrating feeling you get when you're like, no, like you're missing it, or like is there somebody that you maybe shared Jesus with that is like they're not getting it? It's something that's just missing. It's not linking into their mind. I was thinking about that this week, and then I was thinking about how Jesus felt when you know, I read the stories of Jesus, and you have I picture myself like walking over a mountain, and there's just tons of people, and then Jesus is sitting in the middle of this group, and everyone wants to hear, and everybody's trying to get closer to him, and he's like, "I have the best message in the world. Like everyone needs to know about this, and I don't have a whole lot of time to tell people." And then the, so take that feeling that you have when you want somebody to know something, and it's incredibly important that they would know, and then multiply that by thousands of people that's breaking Jesus' heart. And then in the middle of that, Jesus does something odd. He says, "Bring the children to me." Like, don't hinder them. He has something very important to do. He's got a really big job. And yet he's like, "Hey, bring me the kids." And if you think about a group of like thousands of people, these kids are probably, they're not all the same, right? I mean, there's going to be the wild and crazy ones that are jumping on his back, and there's going to be the ones that are probably a little bit dirtier and smellier than the other ones. You probably have the really intellectual ones that are going to come and ask him questions. He's saying, "Bring them all to me." I wonder how we're doing in that. As you look at the interesting statistics of where the United States is at with depression and with anxiety and um, with medication and just the the slide of the Christian church. And I wonder how we're doing. I wonder how, especially me as a children's pastor, how am I doing? How are we doing at Journey Church with our children? Are we offering, are we giving them an opportunity to come to Jesus? Are we bringing them to him? Today, I'm going to read out of Psalm 78. We're going to go through verse 1 through 8. "Give ear, O my people, to my law. Incline your ears to the words of my mouth. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old, which we have heard and know, and the fathers have told us, and we have not hid them from their children's, showing to the generation to come the praise of the Lord, and his strength, and his wonderful works that he hath done. For he had established a testimony in Jacob, and appointed a law to Israel, which he commanded our fathers, that they should make known to their children, that the generation to come might know them, even the children which had not been born, who should rise and declare them to their children, and that they might set their hope in God, and not forget the works of God, but keep his commandments, and might not be as their fathers, a stubborn and rebellious generation, a generation that set not their hearts aright, and whose spirit was not steadfast with God. You know, we have a really big opportunity right now. And that whole section is talking about the importance of you sharing your testimony, of you discipling the younger generation. As a children's pastor, I have a lot of children that need to be discipled. I have lots of opportunities for you to help disciple the next generation. You know, if we miss this generation, if the generation after me does not make it to heaven, I failed. We failed. Like, our job is to raise up another generation who's more in love with Jesus than us. So my challenge for you today is, what are you going to do about it?